Hey y'all, welcome to 52-week bass guitar. Yes, this is a bass guitar. And I have this because, I like laying things down, and laying grooves is going to be the next thing.
The bass guitar? This doesn't really seem like you.
Sure it is. I've always loved laying things down. Grooves are just the latest.
Actually, what I'm planning on doing is learning the rudiments of bass guitar so that I can add down bass tracks on music that I write. And this is a Harley Benton bass, 150 bucks, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on how things go. And it's heavy as hell, but it looks good and it plays well. And just YouTube or Google it or look it up on YouTube, and you'll see that it's a pretty good budget bass. So it does what I need it to do. I haven't set it up yet, but I will work on that once I understand a little bit more. But it sounds like a bass. So a little bit about a bass. Basically, it's a guitar, and the string notes are starting from the low is the same as the guitar for the first four strings. So, you basically have your E string, A, D, and G. So there's no, string or fret shifting that you do in guitar. But basically, other than that, missing the final two strings, everything is the same. You still have your octaves. Don't want to use the thumb. So this Harley Benton model is basically a jazz Fender jazz bass type equivalent, which means it has a narrower neck than a Fender precision bass, and it also has two pickups. You have a volume for each pickup, and at the end you have the tone knob. And it's a pretty long neck, pretty big spacing. So usually, I'd be using these two fingers, but I guess the technique is you use your pinky a lot playing bass. And even more so, when you hit this one right here, you actually press all the strings behind it. Plucking part, for this string, you rest your thumb on top of the pickup. And for the one below it, you can rest your thumb on the E string. Or you can do this. Pluck it, the string, you let it fully rest against the string above it. Some people keep their thumb always anchored there. Some will shift it around as needed. I'm sure there's no strict way, one way or the other. The tuning pegs are these big plates introduction to 52-week bass guitar. You know, it's a bass, so it's probably pretty easy.
Oh, yeah. And you know what the great thing is about music? It's so easy.
Well, to truly master an instrument, you'll need years of...
So easy.
It has 2 fewer strings than the guitar, and all you have to do is just really groove and keep it, you know, in sync and in the pocket with the drum. I mean, how hard can that be? Anyways, have a good one.